What's up, guys? Welcome to the Ruthless Twins podcast.
Episode 4.
Welcoming Dirty D.
And Autumn Lee.
So let's get into this. What are we getting into today? What's today about?
So today is mental health.
That's a really good, very important subject that we're going to talk about today. I love this. Just a little disclaimer. This is you guys listening in on your besties. No advice given whatsoever. I want to say this is for entertainment purposes only, not saying that it's entertainment because mental health is a serious subject, but we are not trained professionals. Nothing that we say is professional. We're not giving you advice on what to do and what not to do. We're just talking about a subject that is very relevant in today's world and very important.
And what people don't realize, mental health has a lot to do with family, friends, relationships, but majority of the time it's like your own mind. Like it's all in your own head for the most part. The things in your head can like really affect you. There's different ones: depression, anxiety, PTSD, there's stress, self-care, like just in general about what you think of yourself. And people don't realize how severe it is these days.
Yeah, not so many people take it serious these days. And, it's not just, what's in your head, because some people will like chop that down to, oh, so you're saying that I'm making this up. No.
That's not what I mean.
Yeah, no, I know that's not what you mean. But I'm saying, for the sensitives out there, no, some people, yeah, it could be in your head, and that is also a mental illness.
Not in your head. Let me correct myself. It's more like what people say about you, what you hear, what you see on social media, what you think is perfect, this and that. You let it get to yourself, and it the
anxiety builds,
implants itself in your head.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So, yeah, a lot of it is you overthinking or, the anxiety that comes with a simple thought or a simple, like someone giving you creative criticism or whatever, and you just take it, the wrong way. And then there are some people who, unfortunately, need to see a doctor and talk to therapists and be medicated for it, But I'm sure that we can all relate to this topic, whether it's us or your friends or your bestie or someone you've dated or, back in the day when we were younger, mental health was not really a real thing.
It didn't exist.
It did not.
At all.
At all, which is why so many people think that it's like a made up thing. Like, oh, you have anxiety? That's made up. You have PTSD? That's made up. Like, no, our parents just told us to shut the hell up and go to bed. Deal with it.
And people kids at school used to just be like, oh, you're like a weird one.
Because you were depressed.
Depression, anxiety, PTSD, that was only people that went to war and military.
Yeah, and we thought they were weird.
Yeah, and it's when you're growing up, when we were growing up, these words didn't really exist. I didn't realize I had anxiety or depression until, honestly, maybe 6-7 years ago.
Yeah,
I'm 34.
Sad. It's sad because if it was diagnosed when we were younger, we could have gotten the help that we needed, and it would be so much easier for us to be adults with a healthy mind. I recommend therapy to everybody that I know. I did it a couple of years ago when I lost my daughter, and I think that it's the best thing that I've ever done. It's healthy. You learn so much about yourself that you didn't even know. And even with me, I was diagnosed with PTSD, and I would have just been like whatever, that's not real, because I'm so stuck on not being a victim or just moving on with my life and not really.
And that's the thing. You're considered a victim.
Right.
You're considered you're called, oh, you just think you're the victim.
Yeah.
No.
Or you're being a baby.
You're being a baby. Or when you're a kid, oh, you're just a bad kid. You have behavioral issues.
Right. But where does that come from?
Exactly. Exactly.
Where
It's
does
actually
it come from?
Mental health. Even kids raised right with everything, people do suffer, and people don't take it serious enough
at all
to even help people
at all. People that were adopted or in foster care that have abandonment issues, and you know, when they get into relationships and they're like very clingy, or, you know, and they can't really
Hey.
pinpoint.
I'm clingy.
You know, but they can't really pinpoint it. And then to other people that didn't live that life, they don't
It's a
understand
problem.
where it comes from. And they're like, oh, that person's just weird because, you know, they need me around 24/7, or they're constantly reaching out to me. But all right, but if you really get to know that person, then you might realize that they do have abandonment issues. Maybe one of the parents left them when they were younger, or again, even being adopted or going through foster care and really never having someone, and you feel like you need the attention on you 24/7.
Or having people and losing everybody.
Right. There's just so many different forms of it. And it's just sad, you know, that so many people are walking around undiagnosed, first of all, and then also not really having the ways or the means to, like, you know, get through that.
And then on top of that, people, like I have this thing, like treat others as you want to be treated. I have it tattooed on behind my ear. It's a Bible verse, do unto others as you want done unto you. But it's like, be nice to people. It literally is free to be nice to someone.
You really
like I see you in the
don't.
street and I say, hey, I'm lost. Can you? And they just walk past you, or like
Or
look
give you
at
the
you like
wrong
you're an idiot.
directions.
Like you could be affecting someone
So bad.
that's having the worst life ever, and you could push them to that end, and people don't take it seriously. But like it's an actual issue.
And they don't, because, you know, some people are healthy. And, you know, shout out to you guys, like, that were just born with either a perfect life, or even if you weren't born with a perfect life, but your brain is just 100% healthy. Like, that's just very, very rare. But if you don't understand what other people could possibly be going through, it doesn't make them weird or, you know, whatever. It's just, they lived a different life than you, and, you know, it's a real fucking thing.
But like even people with the perfect lives, like they still
100%.
struggle. Robin Williams,
100%.
we all laughed, we
We were all
enjoyed him.
shocked,
He was
like,
amazing. But you see, like that day, like I'll always remember, like, wait, what?
Like, he wasn't that
He was hiding
happy.
behind his own humor to make other people laugh while
And that's
he
real.
was struggling.
Yeah, that's a real thing.
And that happens every day. And like people really need to
yeah, because
open
they
their
find
eyes.
ways to cope with it or to hide it. You know, his way was being funny. Even Jim Carrey went through it, and, you know, he's still alive. But, you know, he goes through in and out of depression all the time, and their way to cover that up is by being the funniest person in the room. So it's like, you might think that you know somebody. You might think like, oh, that person is so fucking strong. Like, there's no way that they're ever going through anything. But you really don't know, because they could just be covering it up. You know, like, even with myself, people think that I'm so strong. Like, I've been through so much in my life, and the people are like, oh, you're good. Like, you just, you know, you just keep it pushing. But yeah, that's my exterior. That's just all I know, is to just keep going. But that doesn't mean on the inside that I'm perfectly fine. My brain doesn't shut off. I never stop thinking. You know, I compartmentalize a lot of shit too, because I grew up with that mentality. Like, nobody cares. Literally, nobody gives a fuck. So
I do.
I know.
I actually do.
I love you. I know. You're there through my...
Literally, I actually do care.
No, of course. But no, I'm just talking about, like, other people. They don't give it... Nobody really gives a shit.
And it's gross. Like, guys, like, open your eyes. It's literally free. It takes your energy to be mean to someone.
It does.
But like people think Autumn, you play the victim. No, I don't.
Yeah.
I say exactly everything how it is.
Yeah.
Everyone goes through their shit. When we first became friends, we had a whole conversation. I was just like, we looked at each other like shocked in my dining room. Rob was there. Roberto was there. But it's like we were both mind blown, like, what? You went through that? Like, you look perfect. You look like you lived the perfect life. Like, we have the same mental a mental
like how we just deal
problems
with things.
as each other.
Like how we deal with it. Like we're not sitting here trying to play a victim, but we're also not thinking of it as, oh, like I got to just keep this pushing because I'm not a victim.
Yeah.
It's just that we've both dealt with so much. Like, I don't even know if I've
And everyone does. There's people that have it worse than us.
But I don't think I've ever, since I'm like 7 years old. I don't think I've lived 1 year of my life since then
Happy.
without a trauma, without.
Yeah.
I used to say that I have Murphy's Law because, like, if something can go wrong, it will go wrong in my life. I have the worst luck. Like it's just always something. It's always trauma after trauma or, you know, disaster, betrayal, heartbreak after heartbreak. But I'm just used to it. So it's not like I'm trying to be this strong fucking person. It's just how I'm built.
You have no other option.
No, I don't.
You have no other option.
I never did. No one really ever gave a fuck, and I'm not looking for someone to give a fuck.
Like, I question, like, what did I do in my past life?
I know, me too.
Was I like a serial killer? Like, was I like what
too.
happened? What did I do to deserve this?
Me
Because
too.
since the
It's
day I was
crazy.
born, literally,
Yeah.
and you know my story, since the day I was born, since the day I was found out I was in a stomach being born, my life has been shit. So it's like I stood no chance to have healthy mental health.
100%. And you know, I read something that said that, you know, as females, when your mother, because, you know, we carry the eggs and things like that. I read something, not saying that this is 100% true, but like whatever our mother was going through when she was pregnant with us, that we carry that also, like, mentally. So
Oh, my mother was going through.
yeah.
That's besides the point.
Yeah, I plead the fifth. And our grandmothers, I don't know how true that is, that like when, you know, that your grandmother also carried you, like, because if she carried your mom, then, you know, your mom you're like born with all these eggs. Anyway, I don't know how true this shit is, but it goes back, like,
I'm so
as
confused
women,
with the
like, we
eggs.
just carry all that trauma and we have like shit with us that we don't understand why, but it's like it goes back like from other women in our life
Yeah.
that like dealt with certain shit. And a lot of shit is hereditary also, you know. Mental illness, of course, I believe is hereditary.
Well, I think it's hereditary, but at the end of the day, it's also
It could just be you. Like, it doesn't mean that your parents had to go through something.
a lot of it just comes from life. And people these days, people these days don't make it easy. People don't, because then when I said it's even in your mind, it's because you take what other people think about you, not you, but people take what other people think about them or say
Yeah,
about
'cause
them
I don't give a
out of
fuck.
anger or out of not knowing them or even a look on the street. And if someone
Yeah,
gives
it's
me a
ignorant.
mean look and I don't know them, in my head, and I said it in my mind because that's me, it's all in my head, like, of what people, like, not all of it, but a lot of my feelings is like, why, like, I overthink. It's overthinking. That's a better way to put it, because I overthink, why did they just look at me? I don't even, it's a stranger on the street. Why'd they just look dead through me? Like, it's hereditary, but it's also just the type of people these days. They're not good people.
No, they're
And
very
I wish to
ignorant.
God, like, I could do something just to change everybody. Like, when is the hate? When is this gonna stop?
It's not.
We all bleed the same fucking color.
It's not.
What makes you different
just
than
gets
me?
worse.
Nothing. You hate me because the way I look. You hate me because for what? And why does it affect me? I don't know.
Yeah, we'll work on that.
Again, it's because of everything else people go through in life. Like, you never know, like, what someone's going through. Just be kind.
It's so true.
Be
You
fucking
don't.
nice.
You don't. They could be having the worst fucking day of their life. They could be like on the brink of suicide.
Or they could be having the best day that they've had their entire life, and you ruin it
Yeah.
just because you gave them a smug look,
Yeah.
and you don't even know who they are.
Yeah. A lot of people are just so in their head. You say one thing to them and they can't stop thinking about that one thing.
Yeah, overthinking. It's in your head. It's not like you're crazy, like, oh, it's all in your head. No, it's the overthinking that goes on in your head affects your mental health.
Right.
And it's like, even though you shouldn't be thinking about it and you know,
you can't help
it still goes on.
Yeah. But speaking of that and mental illness, I do have some questions. So looking for your feedback.
Uh-oh. So, you know, what's your questions?
Again, oh, hi, Dios. Again, we are not professionals. So do not take any of this, you know, like we're being like your fucking therapist, because we don't know more than you do.
We are each other's therapists, and we are both hot messes.
Yeah.
So,
So welcome to our life. You're just one of our besties who are joining in on the
welcome to our
conversation.
podcast.
Welcome to our brain. All right. So is mental illness hereditary? I know you just kind of answered that, but do you think it's a chemical imbalance, or can it be like environmental, or all three?
I genuinely think it's life. I think sometimes it's hereditary, but I think a lot of it has to do with how you're treated in your life, what you go through in your life. I mean, honestly, I was 5 years old hating life. 5 years old, because not 5, but like 8, 9 years old, like hating myself that young. I think it's because I was bullied since I was 5 years old, since I started kindergarten. So me personally, it was just what I've been through in life. It could be hereditary a lot because depending on, again, how you was raised, though, I think it's all just what you go through in life.
That's true.
And yeah, there are chemical imbalances.
True.
There is.
Yeah.
But do I think it's mostly that? No, I think it has a lot to do with living.
Yeah. Well,
and people not making it easy for you.
Right, which is why I asked about environmental, because that's also fucking brought on through like food dyes and sugars, like the shit that's legit in our food today. Like that makes you, or makes the person like
all
crazy.
I know about the food is it's putting weight on me, and I love it.
This is why you have mental illness.
But I definitely think it's just life. Right. And I don't trust a therapist personally. Not saying not everybody should, but I went to one, and she told my parents everything when I was like 12.
That's a bad experience.
Yeah. Would I ever go back? Possibly.
You should. I love it.
BetterHelp.com.
Yeah.
I've been seeing them a lot, and I'm like, God, is this my son?
No, they're really, I feel like they really are helpful, especially today, because we're so woke. Today, we're so woke. Like,
but would I go to a therapist in Staten Island? No.
You and the Staten Island bashing shit. Shut up. Anyway, next question. Do you think you should string somebody along in a relationship if you're battling mental illness or depression? Do you think it's fair to your partner?
So I think no. I mean, you shouldn't string them along, but you should tell them in the beginning, look, this and this and this.
Yeah,
I did this recently. I'm like, look, like I have a lot of issues.
Yeah.
Like you're delusional. I have a lot of issues. I have
these are my red
this
flags.
this person.
Right.
You'll be hated to see me here. And they're like, I don't care. And I'm like, okay, well, what about this and this and this? Like I have anxiety. And they're like, okay, and
can you deal with that? Because a lot of people can't.
I think you should
put them on.
Tell them, but like at the end of the day, if that is your person, that will not scare them away. It will not matter. In fact, they could make it better for you. I don't know about stringing them along. Like,
yeah, I do think that you should put them on. Like,
my depression hits randomly
in the beginning of talking to somebody, so that they're not surprised or taken back, and they can't fucking call you crazy.
If you saw my text thread, how many times I said, "Are you fucking delusional?"
I know.
Well, I think help yourself. Walk away.
You know, manic depression is also a thing. I feel like I definitely go through that myself. I could be so happy, and then just out of nowhere, I'd be like not be able to get out of bed.
I don't get out of bed,
but I have to get out of bed. So, you know, the roommates and Roberto keep me going. But you know, even with them, like it's still hidden because I'm not complaining about it.
It is
I'm
in fact
talking about,
not hidden.
Well, it is though, because I just deal with it, you know.
But in my own ways.
But in my own ways. But so, do you think that it's fair to have children if you suffer from severe? We're talking about like severe cases, severe mental illness or depression?
I don't have children.
I know.
And currently,
But you also don't have severe.
Not to and just be safe, I guess, because it's not fair because I'm not happy.
So you wouldn't want...
I think it's... I honestly think children save a lot of people.
Yes,
not relationships. No. I think they save the people. Can they have a terrible life because they were born? Yes. Hello. Hi. Yeah. I'm Autumn. But at the end of the day... I don't know how to answer that question because I don't have children.
I know.
I don't think it's selfish.
I know you don't have
It just depends on the person.
But I'm talking about like severe. Like you have severe. Like let's just think of us with our
If you have
depression.
severe mental issues, how are you having a child?
They do. They do. How do you think that so many
Where are those men at?
And I know that this is, you know, a very sensitive subject, but women who kill their children because they're
No,
so
if you are
depressed.
chronic, like basically, no,
Yeah.
it's definitely not fair.
And also,
And if you're gonna give them away, or if you're gonna abandon them,
you should
if
give
it's even
them.
a thought
I
in your
feel like you
brain,
should give them
no.
away.
Yeah, but you shouldn't have them
You shouldn't, but
because depending on the things you do, like they could be like unsafe or whatever. Like, no, I don't. I think it is unfair.
it is unfair. But then there are also cases in which people get pregnant, women, obviously, and go through postpartum, which we're now learning.
I know people that's done that.
Which we're now learning is a mental illness. You know, it's not something that you plan for.
There's literally almost 100 mental illnesses.
Yeah.
And we are speaking broadly on all of them. Like,
Yeah.
it's okay to feel that way, but get the help you need, or
Just don't be
help
afraid
yourself.
to ask.
Yeah.
You know, especially
Even if it's a friend or a family member,
what
talk
I'm
to
talking
someone.
about, right? With, you know, having a baby and then having that, you know, you could be the happiest fucking person in the world. You could be waiting for your, like, so happy to have a baby, and then that shit hits you out of nowhere, you know? And some cases are not so severe, but then there are, like the women who are drowning their babies and they don't understand their own minds. And they could have just talked to their husbands or their best friends, and they would maybe.
But people are scared these days because you're worried about what they're going to say about
Right.
you. Oh, you're a bad mom.
Right.
Let's take your kid from you. No,
Right.
help that person.
But you should, because what is your outcome? You're gonna kill this innocent child.
I know somebody that went through postpartum. They had all the tests that they needed. They were born with a Down syndrome child. It's not that she disowned her child. She didn't believe it.
Well,
Her whole family
I
did not
know-
believe it because it's very rare.
how long ago was this?
God, this was like 10 years ago. But the whole family was just like, what? Like they like she had postpartum for I think like a month. She still took care of the baby, and her family stood next to her and stood next to the child. And now she is a public speaker and travels the world, the actual world, public speaking on Down syndrome, because that child is her life.
Well,
And she had another baby, and she was scared too.
I know you don't have children, but there's a test that.
I mean, I want children.
No,
But I
no.
haven't had children.
Of course.
You said I know you don't have children.
No, because
Oh,
about
like
what I'm gonna
okay.
say. Don't worry, you can have this one. There's tests now that you get in the beginning, like 3
She got
months.
that. It did not.
That's crazy.
It showed that there
Detected?
was nothing wrong with her child.
That's crazy.
She was gonna sue the hospital in the beginning. That she ended up not, because she's just like, God gave me this gift.
That's crazy.
And now that child, he's such a sweetheart.
Of course they are, but that's
Amazing.
why I
Beautiful,
feel like
beautiful child.
They do give you those tests early on,
She
because I
took
want to
that.
say that's like 3 months into
Yeah,
it.
she took that.
because of things like that. Because some people are not ready or can't handle a child with.
But now
mental
she public
illness.
speaks on
That's awesome.
her child is so smart. Like,
That's awesome.
It's adorable.
And a
but
lot
in
of
the
them
beginning,
are.
I was a big part of that life, of her life. Like, not hers, but like of that family. And
Yeah.
it's like, wow, like she was scared to have another kid because she was scared, it would happen again. And
Yeah, of course.
now she's got a beautiful family, and she's an amazing mom. But she had an army of people that stuck by her, and that's what a lot of people
Which is
need.
important, and not a lot of people have that. They say it takes a village, and it really, really does.
It does.
So I hope you're prepared.
I am your village.
I hope you're prepared.
Roberto, look through my book today. Off camera. I mean, on camera.
Let's not get my ugly laugh in.
Should we show them the book?
Oh my God. Wait, let me finish my questions. I got a couple more. All right. So, do you think that you could overcome depression without medication, or do you think that it's just dormant? Like,
I've
you
done
need
it my whole life.
I know, same. Me too.
I've pulled myself out of depression, been told I was crazy. Like, I've done it recently. I do it my whole life. Pulling yourself out sucks, and it's hard.
Yeah.
And you feel like you're not going to, but trust me, it does get better.
I know. I feel the same way. After Stormy, they wanted to medicate me for depression, and I refused. But
I tried a medication, and I tried to kill myself.
Yeah.
So no.
Right, that's the thing. And sometimes it just leaves you like stuck. I've seen a lot of different people on different shit, but some people aren't like us and they might actually need it, you know? That's the thing.
I think people do need depression. Like they do, like there are some people that do need medication.
Yeah.
But like, I also think it's someone that needs to be next to you. Like people, if you're just there for someone, it helps a lot.
I know.
People don't realize just being there for someone,
Right,
answering
just
that call at
listening.
5 a.m.,
Yeah.
3 a.m., like
How
just
many times
listening. You
were
can fall asleep, just
you-
listen, be on the phone.
Right. How many times you yourself, and I know even Simone and other people could vouch for me, that I've said to you on your bad fucking days where you could barely get out of bed. And I'm like, I will literally just come there and just sit next to you. We don't even have to talk.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have to say anything.
And I'm like, don't come over. Like, just don't. Like, I don't want to see anybody.
Except for that one time where I was like, I don't care what you're talking
Yeah, I
about.
know.
I could tell. And like, even if we just sit there, like, you know, sometimes you just need that, you know, and it's sad that a lot of people don't have that.
Yeah.
You know, and some people just, I feel like they're like scared, like, oh, I can't be there for them because I don't know what to say.
Don't say anything. Just
You
be
don't
there.
have to. That's
Just
the whole
be
thing.
there.
You don't have to. You could just be in their presence and that's it. You don't have to have words. You know, I get weird with people that cry around me.
Me too. Like I hate to say it, I'm not sympathetic. I'm very unsympathetic. I can understand what you're going through. I could be there for you. But like if you're crying next to me, I don't know what to do.
I know. I'm the same way.
I want to make you laugh. I want to say something stupid. I want to crack a joke. I want to tell
I'm the
you
same-
like the
I'm
dumbest
literally
thing in the
same
world.
way. I get weird.
And usually it works. But
that's why
at
I'd
the end
rather
of the day,
just,
is that what they need? No, but like that's all I have to give.
it's just your presence.
Yeah.
Your presence. Just knowing that someone gives a fuck.
Like I'm not gonna be mean and like unsympathetic of like, are you okay? No, it's just I don't know
I
how
know.
to act
Whenever
in
you
those
cry,
situations
and I'm
because
like-
that's been to me a million times.
I'm like trying to console you. You're like, don't touch me. don't hug me.
I do not cry.
I know. I'm the same way. All right. So next question. How long do you think is an acceptable amount of time to leave somebody that's not helping their mental illness? Like even a
As soon as possible.
even a friend
ASAP.
or a boyfriend.
Are you trying to give me a sign?
No.
Is this my sign?
No.
You want me to leave?
I know
Goodbye.
you think
No, I'm
this
just
song
kidding.
is about you.
ASAP. If somebody doesn't help your like when it comes to relationships, friendships, family, family is a big part. Walk away. If they are not helping your mental health, walk the fuck away and do not turn around.
Well, what about their mental illness? Like if you know that they're spiraling and you're like, listen, like I love you, I care about you. You need to get help. Like you're not getting the help you need.
I would take them.
And they're not doing. And,
I would
and
take them to get
What
help.
if they're not willing?
There's this
How
thing
long are
called
you
a
gonna
straitjacket
how long
where
are you
they
gonna
cannot
Yeah,
not go.
but as an adult, you can't. They have the
I would.
right.
I don't give up on people. That's my downfall.
What if they're bringing you down with them? Like, I'll give you an example. I have a best friend for my whole life. I'm not going to name any names. And no, it's not Simone. 'Cause I
Is
know
it
she's
your
not-
soulmate?
What?
Your soulmate, the doctor?
Oh my God, I didn't say she was my soulmate.
Soul sisters, sorry. Soul sister.
Anyway, and she suffers from a lot of mental illness. And I've been there throughout it all. And, you know, it took a bad turn as we got older. Because, you know, now we have vices. Now you can drink and you can party and do drugs. And, you know, so it adds on to your mental illness, honestly. And I had to, as much as I love her and care about her and never wanted to leave her side, because I don't want to give up on you. I love you.
If someone is verbally abusing you,
No. It wasn't even that.
I'm saying verbally, like not like literally bringing you down and making
Yeah.
you feel bad,
Yeah.
then yeah,
If
walk
you're-
away. But like,
if you're
it's-
fucking telling me every other week that you're going to kill yourself, and now now I can't sleep, now I can't eat, and now you're telling
Constantly
me
worried.
at 2, 3 in the morning, I'm going to kill myself, and then you shut your fucking phone off, and you're disappearing on me, and now I'm sending a cavalry to look for you. Now you're affecting me and my mental health, and this is an ongoing thing. I had to make that decision for myself. Did I want to? No, of course not, because I don't want to leave you at that time.
but you
had to.
tried for many, many years, and that's all you could do.
Right.
You could pray for them. You can wish them well and you could check on them every now and then. But yes, I do agree. Like, that is bad for your mental health.
You gotta at some point, you know, not saying right
and
away.
God forbid something does happen, don't blame yourself.
Right.
You try.
That's also a big
If you
part.
try and that person's bringing you down, I don't give up on people. So it brings me down 24/7. But at the end of the day, you have to do what, like, I wait until people just walk away on their own.
Yeah.
Like,
I also can't sit here and
but I do congratulate you on that because it's a very hard thing to do.
I can't, if you're not taking any of my advice, I also can't watch you fucking self-sabotage. And I can't allow you to bring me down with you. If now I'm not eating, now I'm not sleeping, now my fucking mental health is going crazy and I already suffer from my own fucking manic depression or whatever. Like, not that I want to give up on you. And this, I'm talking about, I didn't give up on you from we're children to now we're in, you know, our late 20s.
And it's not that you gave up. You took a turn in your life to where it was bringing you down. So you had to take that turn. Like, if that person called you, you would be there for them. And I know you would be. Mm-hmm. But like, you had to take a turn to where you're not in their life all the time. Because if you didn't, then you probably wouldn't be here to be in their life.
You're not listening to any advice that I'm giving you.
Yeah.
So what is even the point here? You know?
But it's like her demons, you were fighting.
Yeah,
you were fighting those demons for her.
Which is fine.
With her.
Which is fine because your shit is my shit. If I love you, like.
But it's like she's just trying to scare you.
Yeah.
She's just trying. Like, no, it's not a mind game. People also use mental health as an excuse.
This
it's not an excuse.
Wow, what are you, a psychic today? This brings me to my next question.
There are people, and it's not that it comes off as
like
an excuse.
Abuse. It's like abuse at some point. Like, you know that I'm here for you.
Because there are suicidal people out there.
Yeah.
And if you're telling me, oh, I'm going to go, like, I've wanted to. I want to be like, oh my God, I just want to fucking die right now. Like, but am I going to? No. Right. And everybody knows, like, Autumn's never going to.
Right.
But like, if you're just saying that, like, that is.
It's abuse.
That's abuse to your friend.
It's abuse. It is 100%.
And you're using it as an excuse to get or crave attention. I'm not saying, okay, that came off wrong.
No,
but there are people that do.
Yeah.
Robin Williams. Nobody fucking knew.
Nobody.
That's real mental health. That's real mental illness. That's real depression.
Mm-hmm.
There are people that just say shit and they don't even have issues in their head.
Yeah.
They just say it to say it.
All right. So last question. Do you think people use mental illness as an excuse to act and get things that they want, kind of like entitlement, but using mental illness as an excuse? I feel like you just answered that question without even knowing the question.
So yeah, like I basically just answered that question.
Yeah, you're being a fucking witch today.
I know, that's kind of crazy. Hey, Twin Nation, under God. Wait, Twin Nation.
Under God.
So I Googled a couple of statistics.
Mm-hmm.
So in 2022, 21.3 of the U.S. adults, which is 59.3 million people, suffered from mental illness.
Right. Now, imagine taking that back to let's just say 2001.
36.2 were young adults from the age of 18 to 25 years old.
Yeah. I believe that.
It's insane because it's like you think about it, 18 to 25, when we were kids, that's like, we were born before them.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't exist. It really was not a thing.
It wasn't. It's not even that it didn't exist.
You had behavioral issues and you got your ass beat by a switch or a fucking belt.
Yeah, literally.
But in all reality, that made it worse because like you're actually suffering.
Even autism, kids with autism.
Yeah, it didn't exist back then.
Go undiagnosed and you're getting your ass beat or you're beating your children because you think that they're just misbehaving, not understanding what they're going through. Even today, sadly, again, we're not going to name any names. I know people who have autistic children and they don't know how to deal with it. They are overwhelmed and they'd rather just, hit their kid in a corner, but that's not helping.
Yeah.
You're not understanding. And I get that it's hard for you to understand because you don't have that. But you're just making it worse.
And you know what makes men worse? So 26%,
Men?
26.4% of women have more mental illness than men, they have 19.7.
I believe that wholeheartedly.
And honestly, it's because of you
I
men.
knew you were gonna say
It is because of
this.
you men. You guys drive us fucking bonkers.
I knew it.
But honestly, doesn't make it make sense. Make it make sense. 19% of men have mental illness. Almost 27% of women.
Yeah, I knew. I blame
the men.
I knew you were gonna do this.
Not all men. Not
People
all men.
think
Not
that we
all men
hate
are
men.
trash.
People think we hate them.
But the
I'm here to save you, men.
80%.
It's not all men.
Sorry, men. It's facts though.
It's not all men. There are good ones out there who are not getting the credit that they deserve because of the fucking overwhelming amount of trash bag, cum rag, cum bucket men.
Very true. Very true.
No, you didn't bring out baby. I wish you could give me. I hate your guts.
So,
Be surprised.
men.
Do like you're thinking.
Wait, how do you?
I'm dead. I want to throw a bunch of plastic babies at your face.
That sounds so terrifying.
Like if a guy comes
are
on
you
your
trying
face.
to give me like
Like if a guy comes on your face and I
PTSD?
want to watch you like wash them away with your little baby hands. And then throw a cum rag at you.
yo, what am I? Some like little handed whore right now? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Talk about mental illness. Look.
Who are you? You can't even jerk somebody off with those hands. Pretty good. I am dead. That is genius. Guys, she didn't even put me on to
She didn't even
this.
fucking know.
That was
Everybody
so
else
good.
knew. I showed them. I was like, I got a
really?
big prank.
Oh my god.
And they're like, really? And I'm like,
That was so good. I tried so hard to hide my ugly laugh. That was perfect.
honestly, coming in the episode of mental health, I sank
had
into
to
like
bring-
a sinkhole.
She had to bring out her mental health
like,
hands.
I was like, oh my God, like I don't even know what to write.
Stop! I hate
Remember
you.
whenever I said I just want to make people laugh?
I can't.
Let's talk about it.
Let's
Let's
talk-
talk about it. I'ma tell you, my name's Dirty D. Let's talk about it.
You gotta do the adios in there and put your hand on your head.
Adios. Adios.
Except Diana don't have baby hands.
We have the same size hands. We
Right.
got like grown man hands.
Right.
bro.
That's like if we want to experience what it's like to have baby hands.
Don't say baby hands. It's like I'm holding a baby's hands in my
You can only
hands right now.
like you can't jerk off a grown man with those hands. The ones that deserve it.
Adios. Adios.
Oh, but a man would love
Adios,
you with those
míos.
little baby hands.
Yo, you're
he
being
would
gross
love
right
you.
now. Anyways,
He would love you. You'd make his thing look like it was 10 feet tall with those baby
people,
hands.
when we started walking, when I started walking.
Walking?
When I
How
started
old were you?
when I started getting into this, like when I was thinking about this episode, I did not know what to say. My mind went blank.
But you thought about baby hands.
I thought very
I can't. I can't.
very
They even match your face. Please, please edit out my ugly laughs.
Oh, I'm not.
I
Anyways,
hate you.
so anyways, then I remembered, like, it's such a sensitive subject. I had to bring some kind of light to it.
Can we tattoo your baby
Everybody
hands?
laughed. It's so funny.
we tattoo-
We should.
We'll put our baby.
They are so much fun, honestly. Like I was like texting somebody earlier, and I'm like, oh, I'm just
With
saging
those
my
baby
house.
figures.
And I was like, I'm just making pasta, and I was like,
No, you should do a
Saging
whole
my house, I'm
YouTube.
cooking pasta.
I would bring them out every time I was arguing with someone.
I'd be like,
Because I talk with my hands.
And what?
I'd be like, Roberto, this is what
Roberto.
we're
I need the one
doing.
that goes, Roberto.
Because I always do this.
He's praying to God right now, literally. You want to use the hands? He listens to
I
children,
could
not
never,
you.
because they would like kill all fucking like the whole fight would be over.
But can I honestly say, you know who would like these? Drake.
Why are we talking about Drake? He's also a Scorpio.
Let's talk about the Super Bowl thing. Oh my God. Anyways, next time.
All right, I have one last question for you.
Can I finish my sentence?
Sure.
I remembered.
I'll give you the courtesy you don't give me.
I remembered that like people's opinions, what people say about you, people are talking mad shit about me, not you because I don't even know you, but like it all has to do with just be fucking kind.
They do talk shit.
Like I couldn't even think about what to say, but
they do talk shit.
Just be kind. It is so easy. It takes more energy for you to be a bitch or an asshole to someone than it is to just say hi and walk away. Or
Especially
smile.
as an
Smile
adult.
at a fucking stranger.
I hate mean girl energy. Like, first of all, we're too fucking grown to be acting like that.
Even mean guy energy.
Yeah.
There's men out there like
with resting
trashing women's names.
Oh, we
for
know.
what? Because you loved them and they didn't want to be with you anymore?
Yes, 100%.
That's crazy.
100%.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And I have tears going down my eyes right now, but
don't cry.
I'm not. I'm
Dry
just
your eyes
laughing
with the
at
baby
the little
hands. Yeah, you're always a bitch to a guy that you told to go fuck himself or left. You're begging me to not leave you and blah, blah, and then fast forward, you're in a new relationship and now I'm a cunt and I'm this and I'm that because you're mad. I can't, Autumn. I can't. Can I slap you with one of those? I legit can't.
I will pimp slap you, bitch.
Put baby powder on them. I hate you. The memes
You
that
were
we
not
are
expecting
creating
that.
for
I
these
was-
babies.
You didn't hear the clicking in my pocket?
No.
Like, it kept making noise, and I'm like, fuck, did they
You
fall
think that
out?
I'm paying attention to the clicking in your I'm like, oh, it's probably a little
It was like-
gun.
It was making that. I'm like,
Oh, you can't say that. Block that out.
you're a bleep.
All right. So can you truly, Autumn Lee?
Trust anybody? No.
No, we already did that episode. Can you truly love somebody that you know has mental illness before actually loving them? I fucking am going to throw something at you, bro. You're so annoying.
Can I?
Like, you're talking to a guy.
Okay.
You're just in the beginning stages. Like, I'm not going to say anything. Whatever. You're in the first few days
I
of
warned
talking.
them a million times they're delusional.
No, but they come off and they tell you, like, listen, you know, I take medication. I have this mental illness.
I would be scared.
Would
Like,
it,
if I had the conversation the opposite way around.
would it like jade you? Like, would it stop you from? I guess depending on what it is, right?
I did it once.
You did
And
what
it lasted
once?
for 3 months, and
You did what once?
my life was like with a long time ago, but like
Well-
the person was so gone. It was very, very, very hard. And the only reason I walked away is because, I mean, it was 3 months, but the only reason I walked away
But
is
you
because
tried, basically.
it was just that bad. Like, I probably would not be here.
Yeah.
Like,
I guess
it was that
depends.
bad. Like, it was exaggeration. Like, yes, I'm on medication. I have depression. But it was a little bit more of also, like, I also have severe anger issues.
Oh yeah, no. I don't think that's. Are we labeling that as a mental issue? Or
Yeah, anger issues is a mental illness because it can be solved. There are classes for it, and there are a lot of men that need it.
there are.
As I said, men cause women to have it because there are more women that have it than men.
Yeah.
And I think, honestly, it's caused by a lot of not all men, but it's caused by that percentage of men that just feel like they could like speak to and treat any woman any way possible that they want to.
Yeah, I don't really think we should categorize that as a mental illness because I have.
It is. Anger is a mental illness. It is. It's not an excuse because that anger issues anchor from a reason of why it's happening. People don't just get mad to get mad. Something causes it. Like, I know someone with psychotic fucking anger issues because growing up as a child, like, their father was not a very good person to them.
Yeah,
And I'm like, please get help. Please get help.
Yeah.
If there's help for anger, man, if there is something that you can get help for, medication for, classes
Get
for,
help for it.
It is an illness.
Get help for it.
I know. People think it's, oh, like when I try not to get angry. When I do, I get angry. I get violent because, and I like hold it inside now. Like, I've grown up and I know how to control my anger. But back in the day, there was no controlling.
Yeah.
There was
You
zero
had to
control.
mature.
But what caused those anger issues is other things. So it is an illness. It is.
So you would not. So you wouldn't stay.
I
guess it
depends on the situation.
Right,
If my
it
life is
depends.
threatened, no.
Right. If you had mental illness, do you expect someone to love you back?
As I said, I warned
You
about
warn
200
whomever
times.
you're talking to. We'll just say you.
Well, my severe mental came from the last few years of my life.
I wouldn't say it's severe.
As I said, it came from the last few, like what my main issues now came from the past 5 years of my life. So I have stayed single for 2 years now because
To work on you.
to work on myself, and I'm not 100% there, but this person that is delusional, I'm just like, all right, well, if you think you can, like, I'm not crazy. Like, don't get me wrong. I know I don't have
That's
severe
why I'm
issues like
saying
that.
it's not
But I have
severe.
trust issues. I have
That's not mental
anxiety.
illness.
Like,
Trust issues is.
I feel like you need, like, I can't use this as myself because I've stayed single for this reason, but I think that you need to work on yourself, and you need.
You have.
It just
to.
depends. It's situational.
It's not fair to the other,
It's
the other
situational.
person. Yeah, it's not fair to the other person if you
Yeah,
don't.
it's not fair. Like, if you're gonna treat them like shit.
Why?
I talked to someone for like a month. I treated them like garbage because I had just started healing.
Yeah, no.
I broke up with them. Like, I'm sorry. Like, and I still treated him like garbage after. I saw him recently. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, I was a complete bitch to you. Like, I've healed for the most part now. Like, I don't think it's fair. If
Yeah.
you are not,
I agree.
like, everyone has, like, people with mental illness still deserve to be loved.
Yeah.
But if you don't love yourself, like,
course.
don't put someone else, don't.
Yeah, if you
Through,
know.
don't give. So, here's the thing. My alter ego is Harley Quinn. So if you want to say you'll kill for me,
You can't be Harley Quinn if I'm Harley Quinn.
I
It
will
doesn't even make
die
sense.
for you. No, I'm just kidding.
No, would you live for me?
Would
he
you?
says.
Oh,
He says, would you? He says first, will you die for
You're
me?
right.
She's like,
You're right.
yes. And then
I
he's
would-
like, but would you live for me? And
but
then,
see, no, okay. Honestly, yeah, it is a red flag. But there's a lot of red flags, and how do I explain this? Like, the red flags.
how can you explain it with your baby hands?
So how do I explain this?
I hate your guts. I hate your
Stop recording me.
guts. Is it a turn on to hear a guy say, I'll kill for you?
I
can't-
have
wait.
somebody that will kill for you, kill for me 100%. And her name is Diana.
Yeah, without the man voice.
But when it
is-
comes, I said Diana. But
I
when
don't
it
even wanna
comes to
say,
like,
well, you
is
know,
it a
let
red
me rephrase.
flag?
Let me
I don't know.
rephrase
I
the
don't.
question.
If you have to kill for me,
No, let me
you're not
rephrase
my
the
one.
question.
Why? Who you killing?
No, let me
so you could-
rephrase the
so you could
question.
fucking go
Let
and be in
me
prison for the rest of your life, and then I'm dying
rephrase the
alone. No, it's a red
question.
flag. Red flag.
You're.
You're.
No, I don't even want to say, would you kill for me as a red flag? Because I want you to kill somebody for me if you have to. So no. But if the guy's like, if you fucking leave me, I will fucking kill you. Do you think it's hot? Because I feel like
No.
at first it's
No,
hot.
I've been there, done that, and I am not going back.
I think it's hot at first, but then it's like, are you really like, if I really don't want to be with you, are you actually gonna kill me? Like, what if I just get
No,
to
that's
the
scary.
point-
That is a major red flag. Like, if you want to kill for me because someone murdered me,
Yeah.
yes, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, no, that is a major red flag.
Would you date a man that has multiple domestic violence charges? Or if you
I've
just
never
knew?
been in that situation.
Well, that's good.
I mean, the only reason they got it now is because of me. So,
all right, final and last question. Do you think, Autumn Lee, you personally, do you think that you have narcissistic tendencies? Pass me the baby hands.
I don't know. I don't think I do. I think I have. Everyone does. Okay, this is my
This is
theory.
true.
Everyone does, to an extent. Do I to where you're gonna think that I have? No.
Do
Will
you
I be
personally?
blunt and tell you exactly? Like, am I gonna do the things that was done to me? Absolutely not.
Do you think that you know what a narcissist is? We've dated 100 of them.
I dated one.
Do you think you have any tendencies of a narcissist? Whether it's like minute or whatever. Do you think that you have any of those tendencies?
I mean, the only one is I can't take anything serious.
All right. So this is a good thing because a narcissist
Everybody does.
could never
Everybody
admit.
does.
If you're a real narcissist, a narcissist will never admit that they're a narcissist.
I won the test. Oh my god!
I wish I had a dick. I wish I had a dick. I'd slap you with it and slap.
I got
your
little
baby.
hands. Pow, 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 pow.
You'd make it look ginormous.
Honestly, there's no fingerprints on these hands, so
Do you think that I have
when we murder
narcissistic
Roberto,
tendencies?
yes.
How
No, I'm just
fast
kidding.
you answer that question about me, but not you?
You be gaslighting me all the time.
I never gaslight you.
That's a gaslighter, anyways. Narcissist? No, I'm just kidding.
I don't gaslight you.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, you could be honest.
No, I don't think you do.
I think I do sometimes.
I think you do whenever you're like too much in here,
That's just mental.
and you're not
illness.
thinking with this.
I usually think with this. No. I think I do in this.
Oh my God, they're so cute on the camera.
I think I do in the sense that like I could love you so bad and so hard today, and then if you do something to me, like I will not give a fuck about you tomorrow. I'll never
That's
think
not
about you
narcissist
again.
though. That's not a narcissist.
Really?
If you do something, what if someone fucks you
No,
over? You're able to walk away.
I'm
That's
just able
normal.
to walk away and never think about
But the
you.
shit you be getting mad at me for, I'm like,
We are not talking about that. We are not.
all right.
Ladies
all
and
right.
gentlemen, there's not enough
Just start
time.
your period.
Because if I even get to the level of I'm not coming at you, bro. Give me one of those baby hands.
Did you start your period?
No, I can't. Not for another fucking
Is Diana a
4
narcissist?
months. So us signing off, can we just remember?
Get your fucking hands. We're signing off? What is this? AOL instant messaging? Oh my God, I
wish.
know.
Remember, did you have a sidekick?
I don't remember it like
T-Mobile sidekick,
Oh,
the one that
no.
flipped. Oh my God.
that. I could
the
afford
aim.
one. But
No, I just wanted to say that this is
you're not hiding your fingers, so it's not even funny.
I can't even. It doesn't match me anyway.
By the way, guys, we have comfort hoodies on, and
Speaking
they
of
are made
mental
for
illness,
anxiety. It's like a big
yes.
hug.
We did. It's like a hug. It's like you're.
They're
like,
so comfortable.
If you have
we didn't actually
anxiety-
purposely do this tonight either.
No, but I did tell you that. I was like, this is like for people with anxiety. It makes you feel like all safe and snug. So it's just the perfect. We did it at the same
Oh my God, you have to hide your fucking hands.
I can't. It's not even the same.
Oh my God, guys. So here's the thing.
Oh my
TikTok,
God.
we're on the clock.
So what I wanted to say is that, this is not medical advice. We don't have medical experience. This is just for not even fun.
We're just trying to make you guys laugh.
We just wanna bring up a topic that's, very
And to be honest, guys, like
just don't take
if you have
we
a
haven't
mental
really given
illness,
advice.
it is okay.
It is perfectly
You are
okay.
not a weirdo. You are okay. You are normal. Get help. Talk to someone, even if it's your family. It doesn't matter. Like,
Don't be ashamed.
don't let us lose you. Don't like leave the world just because someone didn't smile at you.
Yeah. Again, this is not medical advice.
This is not medical advice.
It's not advice.
It's us
at
talking
all.
to you like a friend or a family.
I would talk to Autumn and she would talk to me. It's perfectly fine. You are normal. And if it gets to a crazy point, talk to somebody.
Yeah.
Even if you don't want to talk
And
to
everybody
somebody
deals with
reach out to me. Reach out to Autumn.
Yeah.
Like, we will be here for you 100%. Just that's the only advice that I'm actually going to give. Just tell somebody. You
Yeah,
know?
that's our advice. Like, just take care of yourself.
Yeah. And we'll take care of the rest.
And we will see you guys in episode 5.
Oh my God, we're almost at episode 5.
I know. Oh my goodness.
I'm so excited.
I know. It's like, it is so exciting. I just can't.
But you know what? I'm a little mad at our ruthless family. They still are not giving us any fucking DMs on what we should be what they want to hear us talk about.
And on top of that, if you guys want to see the hands again, you got to let us know in the comments.
Yeah, let us know, please, with your baby hands, what you want us to talk about.
Put praying hands emoji if you want to see the hands again.
I still haven't even gotten any tea on what we should be talking about when it comes to your business. Where's the love?
My business?
Their business.
Oh. Oh no, we actually do. We have three people actually.
We do?
Yeah, we do.
What?
But on top of that, guys, we really do have to go. We love you
Yes.
guys.
Comment in the comment section.
Praying hand emoji if you want to see the hands
Baby
again.
hands.
I might get Diana
Yeah.
a
Oh
pair.
wait, I do have one thing to say. Don't comment on our stories. Those are just like individual. Like comment on our stories, but
Comment on the
in
post.
in the comment section, like on our post, because you're doing it in the comment section. I mean, on the stories, which is fine. We love you for the love, but they're not being seen.
And we love you for the hate too.
Yeah, that's not being seen. We want you to get your shit out too. You know. But
Yeah,
we
and
love you guys.
Follow us on TikTok, Spotify, Instagram,
Yes.
and we love you guys.
And don't make hate profiles.
Hey, look,
Say it with your chest.
say it with your chest. They ain't as big as ours, but we got them.
Love you guys.
You got 'em.
Bye,
Love
people.
you. Bye.